Hey guys, I just wanted to share a little bit about my story and how I became a Beachbody coach and how it's really changed my life. Growing up, I always had that desire and that want to help others, and I've carried that with me throughout my life. In college, I majored in communication and got a sales job with Cisco and was not doing anything that fulfilled my soul. I still had that burning desire to make a difference and to want something more. And I was living with my best friend at the time. Her and I, we'd gone to high school together, lived together in college, and we were getting ready to go out on the boat for 4th of July weekend. And for some reason, right before we were getting ready to leave, I had flipped a coin, and I was like, heads I'm gonna go, tails I'm not, and it was tails. And she ended up getting killed in a boating accident that weekend. And I tell this part of my story because it was such a shift in my life. It was devastating, heartbreaking, anything and everything that you can imagine, but it put me on autopilot for like 2 years. All I did was help other people, make sure her house was okay, go through my own grief, go through my own guilt, figuring out why am I here on earth. She was a teacher. She had more to all kinds of stuff. Um, and about 2 years later, my boyfriend and I, we moved to Charlotte together. We both transferred with our jobs and started a business here. So I was still with Cisco and I really hated it. It wore on my soul. And I told my girlfriend on the phone one day, I was like, I just want to do something that's meaningful. Like, I volunteered and did stuff on the side, but it didn't fulfill me. And she was like, why don't you become a personal trainer? Which I didn't want to do because I didn't know what I wanted, but I knew I wanted something. And she was like, check out Nikki's page. And I was like, Nikki, okay. So I went on Instagram, looked at it, and I was like, whatever this girl's doing, I want to be a part of it. And so I reached out to her and she gave me some information. She added me to her challenge group. And the minute that I saw what these women were doing for each other and with each other and inspiring each other, I knew that it was what I needed in my life. Like I needed that support. I needed to be uplifted. I needed to get back to me. I had let myself go physically, mentally, emotionally. I was just gone. And so that was the turning point in my life when I signed up as a coach, but I just sat there. After I signed up as a coach in October and I literally just sat there. I was so afraid of who was going to join my challenge group, who was going to coach with me, what was I supposed to do? Everything you can think of ran through my head and I sat there and I probably cried every night and was like, what do I do? So I dove into personal development and I took everything that Nikki had said and I took to heart and I said, Carly, what her group is doing for other women, you need to do for yourself and you need to share that. So in December, I ran my first challenge group and I haven't looked back since. And honestly, when I went to Summit, it was a game changer for me. I thought my why in all this was to help other people, and that's what drives me. That's what gets me excited. That's what fuels my heart. Like that's what just I love it. But I realized that I didn't want to become a mom my whole life because of fear of failure. I was so afraid of what being a mom looked like that I didn't want to become a mom. And after going to Summit, I realized that if I can be a coach, if I can lead my team, and I can help them succeed, then I can be a mom regardless of what it looks like in my mind. I can do that and I can make that happen. And then that's when everything shifted for me. And going from me sitting there in my little office wondering who's going to join my challenge group to who's going to join my team, it's just crazy what a year can do and what believing in yourself can do and what taking that step can do. You know, when I hear my challengers say that they've lost 10 pounds or that they can fit into their clothes or this, that's amazing. But what really inspires me is when I hear about the change on the inside. Somebody feels good in their own skin. Like to have a woman that can walk confidently wherever she goes, that fuels me up. Like it's amazing. And then, this past weekend at leadership, having two of my coaches there and seeing their life change. I mean, been an emotional wreck all day because it's like, how am I so lucky to be a part of helping other people change their lives and their families' lives? And it's been such an amazing journey and opportunity, and I can't thank Nikki enough, and I can't even wrap my mind around how blessed I am to be here and to get to do this day in and day out. Like, I wake up and I love what I do. I love hearing about my coaches and challengers and everything that they're doing, and I know that it's really scary at first, and I know that you wonder, how in the world can I get there? But it's just taking one day at a time and just being you. That's one thing. I've just always been myself. And so don't try and be anybody else, and just be you and be real. And I hope that I didn't bore you too much with my coaching story. Thanks for listening, y'all.